Welcome back, everyone. Now, before the break, I was challenged to load a dishwasher because it's not something I do all the time. So, Shoana, you got to show them. How did I do? I think I did okay.
I'm going to give you definitely okay.
Okay.
You're pretty good, actually. Yeah. There's a couple of pointers that I'm going to point out for sure.
Yeah.
But for somebody who doesn't use a dishwasher ever, like,
right.
well done.
Okay.
So let's start in the bottom rack.
Let's
okay?
do that.
Now, out of all the things, all the options you had, I gave you a bunch of difficult things.
Yeah.
You pretty much took the easy road and did all plates.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I don't blame you for that.
Yeah.
So let's start off right off the bat. These.
What do I do with the wine glasses?
1000% don't go there. Like if you want to drink any of these ever again, they don't go there.
What's going to happen?
So
They're just going to break?
They'll break down here. They'll move around too much and they'll break. And if they're really good, a crystal, people probably wouldn't choose to put them in there, but if they're very thin, they'll over time get etched. The hot water, the really hot water down here will wear and tear on them.
Fair.
So take those out right away.
Yeah.
Your plates are pretty fine. Plates are pretty simple. I'm going to say though, you missed like holes.
I know.
And those spacers are there because it's an appropriate amount of distance. They'll still get clean.
Because they look a little tight.
They look tight, and you know, it depends on the plate. These plates have a curve to them.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to like say it was a fail leaving that gap, especially if they're particularly dirty.
But I can fit more.
But you could squeeze a little bit more in there. The one thing that's the bad one was this plate here, really close to this little one, because that's not a real spot. This little plate, because they're so close together, it's not going to get clean.
Okay.
So I know we kind of rammed that one in there just to ram something in there and get an extra spot. But that one I would, and not because it looks pretty, because it is genuinely more efficient. Put the smaller plates together and the bigger plates together. I mean, yeah, it makes for a nice, organized looking dishwasher, but I'm about real life more than I am about the pretty.
Yeah.
And it just does make it more efficient.
Okay.
And
big
then,
together, small together.
Yeah. Let's go to the cutlery here.
Well, tell me, what am I supposed to do about that? Why is it like that?
You had such a conundrum about this.
I don't get it.
Okay, so this is one of those cutlery racks, and I think they're great. I use my cutlery rack in mine.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that this little door on the top is actually for the cutlery to put in one by one.
How tedious it is.
I know. I will be honest, I took mine off. I don't use mine because I am more lazy than I am efficient. If you put, 2 spoons in the rack not spaced out like that, and there's like avocado in the back one, because that stuff.
I shoved everything in
I don't know why they don't make airplanes out of that, because nothing takes dried avocado off. It's like the worst, indestructible. But anyway, and so if you are putting your cutlery in there, try and be aware of like separating things like spoons that can hug each other.
Okay.
But you get really good points for putting the bottom of the utensils up.
Yeah.
Not the handles. If you had put the spoon in like that, then
won't get clean.
it's not going to get clean.
Yeah.
Now, in this dishwasher, and a lot of them, there's a third drawer. I know. You didn't quite know that existed, I realize, but that was the point of this. And so the cutlery should go in here in this dishwasher. Like all dishwashers are designed different, but there's some similarities in some of them.
Yeah.
And so you would place each of these. We had a chat before amongst us without you, and if I had a dishwasher like this, I'm going to be honest, I would never use it. That takes far too long.
Yeah, but could you ever just do this?
Well, yeah, you could, but same thing, you'd want to pay attention that your spoons aren't hugging each other. And if you're going to do that, then keep the rack, the basket in the bottom.
Okay.
Other dishwashers' third rack have it like a little bit bigger, so it has other uses, like your big utensils, things like that.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the bottom.
So that's that.
That is that. Now let's go to the top.
Yeah.
This is not bad, but it's not good. And I'll tell you, this is me being nice. So it's just about efficiency. You want to get the most out of each load of dishwasher because we're water, power, but also your time.
Right.
And so these glasses, you've hooked them onto the little pegs here, which is not a bad thing normally. But on the outsides, the pegs, let me just remove them here, and you'll see because there's only 4. Most dishwashers, they might adjust its width.
Oh, okay.
If yours doesn't, mine doesn't, they're made to be like kind of the width of an average drinking glass.
Got it.
Now look how much more space you have here. You put 4 glasses there. I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to do 5.
Got it.
And so it's just about maximizing the space.
If that thing doesn't adjust, though, it's still the same thing. It's supposed to be borders.
Yeah, it's supposed to be borders.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you can't, put it on the tongs if that's, you know, type of glasses, etc.
Yeah.
The other thing are the mugs. We're all willy-nilly here.
Yeah.
By doing the mugs with their handles all like this, you're using two whole rows.
Okay.
Where if you do the mugs with your handles tucked in, okay.
Look at that.
Right? You just have to think of all these little things, right? You've got it in.
I just feel like you're shoving so much in there. Are they going to get clean?
They are. They're
gonna get
glassware
clean?
totally is because the jets are on the bottom here of this top rack. So they're cleaning from the bottom. What I like to do with the middle section here is I often put smaller, tiny little Tupperware dishes or the plastic food containers.
Yeah.
Because those tend to blow away. That's
so you
just
can put plastic in the.
You can put plastic top rack only as long as it's approved for a dishwasher. There's some plastics that aren't, but the majority of the food saving kind of containers are.
Okay.
People are always like, but they always come out wet. They're always going to come out wet.
Right.
And the reason why is plastic is porous.
Yeah.
And so it's going to retain some of the water. It's just going to happen even after the drying cycle.
Got it.
That is the bane of, you know, the dishwasher and plastic existence.
So would you do that?
So you can do this.
Because I was being lazy. I put the big, like the big instruments.
Utensils?
Utensils.
Yeah, I'm there for you. Yeah.
The instruments you use for serving.
Yeah.
I put them just up there, and I thought that was very wrong.
No, it's not. If you have a third rack where they would fit, it would. This one, for example, doesn't, but this guy would. So that's a great use for the third rack. If you don't have a third rack, you can put them definitely in here in the glass because this is definitely also not going to go here.
No.
Because it's going to hit this propeller jet.
Got it.
Right? The one that goes around?
Okay.
Okay, and then lastly, the wine glasses. I mean, we've got to take care of the wine glasses.
Yeah.
We are going to put them on the edge, and most dishwashers have these little flaps.
Yeah.
It's to hold your wine glass. Let me get that out of the way.
Up on that top shelf?
Yeah. Okay, but you're going to say if you close it, you hit it. Almost all dishwashers have buttons on the side. Everybody has it. Most people have it. Most people. If it's a dishwasher that's been made like in the last decade-ish. Then it's
I'm
going
go
to drop.
home and look at my dishwasher.
Oh, I bet you have
I'm going to see if it does
I
that.
bet you. And there's one more thing I'm going to do.
We're out of time, but go ahead.
Fry pan, really quick. They can go in the dishwasher, and there is a sweet spot somewhere in your dishwasher in the perimeter of the bottom rack. It's a little bit wider in one end.
Yeah.
That is the spot for your dishwasher or your casserole dish.